up situations on the flanks, get a little 2v1 and serve that box in. Serve that ball into the box, excuse me.
England played well last year in the first game of this tournament against the U.S. Only a brilliant goal from Crystal Dunn separated the two teams.
And it might have been an unfair result at that.
Pass ahead from Bassett was cleared away by U.S. Springing Rose Lavelle into action. That talented left foot finds Morgan looking for Pugh. Blocked. Taken away by Christensen. Now England will look to break. Throw on the far side for England. They'll close off this tournament with a game Tuesday versus Germany at RFK Stadium. The USA closes out with France. Wesley Braun's one of those Manchester City players with that throw-in. Karen Carney, terrific player, drops it back. Nobbs. Switch by Williams. Stokes. Taken away from Duggan. Mallory Pugh. Taken down from behind, late whistle, but a foul. And a free kick for the U.S.
And this is probably a smart foul by Christensen there. You want to break up any sense of speed that Mal Pugh gets going with that ball.
Kick for number 3, Samantha Lewis, her 20th international appearance for the U.S. Now she's going to make way. Or maybe not. It looked like she was going to change with Sauerbrunn, but it is Lewis.
And England's holding a high line.
Krieger. That's picked off. And that's going to go out and play. We spoke to Ali Krieger yesterday. She thinks that this 3-person back line is a plus for her, Ali, no matter which side she plays on.
Yeah, I love what she had to say. She said, it's giving me the freedom to defend. I would never have said that, but she clearly embraces that role, and she thinks she can focus on that aspect and get it to the playmakers on the field, and that's something that she can thrive in.
Harris, that was Lloyd on her. England's ball, throw-in, beyond 10 minutes here. It is scoreless opening half. Johnston fighting Harris. It's given away. U.S. almost gave it away a second time. Horan moving it to Lavelle, who plays it back to Krieger. Lavelle on the left. Horan. High pressure now from England. Results in a takeaway. Nobbs will put it up and over.
And one of the things with this English team, against France, they petered out because they tried to press for that whole first half, and then they started to wane as the second half wore on. But in this first half already, I see England picking and choosing their moments of when to lock the United States in and try to pick it off high on the field. Much better game plan and one that's manageable against a U.S. team that is always very fit.
Krieger kept it on the deck, taken away. That's Farrell Williams, who draws the foul. She's played in 3 World Cups for England.
And Alex Morgan doesn't like this. Doesn't seem to be a foul at all. Soft call.
Steph Houghton. Side flag is up on England. 13th minute, 0's on the scoreboard. A bitter cold day today at Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey. Julie Johnston in the middle. That's where Ali Long played the other night. Ali Long is probably the best player in the field for the U.S.
She was remarkable. She connected 74 or 78 passes.
Pugh down the left wing. England sensing the danger, collapsing on her. And Mallory Pugh's going to get called for the foul.
Rose Lavelle just handling some pressure. Look at that confidence on the ball. And slips a nice pass into Pugh's run there. Bronze is such a good defender. She's able to recover, gets her body between the ball and Mallory Pugh and forces the foul.
Rose Lavelle, one of the stories we were talking about tonight. For more on Rose, here's Jenny.
I wanted to learn a little bit more about Rose because she's new and getting that first cap. So I asked Lindsay Horan specifically because the two have experience playing together from the U20s. And Horan really complimented her teammate. She said she's so smart. She has such a great soccer mind. And you combine those two, and she is so dangerous. I know, Allie, when someone says that you're easy to play with, that's always a good sign.
Here's Pugh getting it in the box. Cutting it back in front, swept away at the last moment. Like Stokes maybe the one to get a piece of it. It goes over to Jordan Nobbs. That was Mallory Pugh making that dangerous run, opening things up for the U.S.
Something the U.S. didn't see much of against Germany the other night.
Tender for Duggan. Trying to win it back. Throws out.
And this is Pugh. You can just see how explosive she is. She's even pulling away with the ball, but doesn't pick the right gap to slip that in. I like Alex Morgan's movement to pull out to try to find a seam, but Pugh doesn't get her head up and recognize where that space is. Still does well to get around that edge.
Moved up by Horan. We saw Horan as a sub the other night. She played up top in that second half. Tonight she's back as a holding midfielder with Samantha Mewis.
She's another one with an opportunity in front of her to prove that she should be on the field.
Mewis, who went the full 90 the other night, finds Ali Krieger, the left back, sending it forward. It falls, Horan! Flags up though. Wouldn't have counted.
That's a good look from Ali Krieger. There's a ton of space in between that back line and the goalkeeper that this drops in. And Horan maybe just pulls her player down. Little tossling between the two before that ball is served. But the good sign for the U.S. is that you have 4 players sitting on that restraining line and that Ali Krieger recognizes it and plays that ball into that space.
Tuesday, Carly Lloyd leads the U.S. women's national team against France as action continues in the SheBelieves Cup. It's Tuesday at 7 Eastern on FS1. England on the ball, 17th minute, scoreless from Red Bull Arena. Jordan Nobbs holding it on the right. Numbers getting forward for England. Duggan trying to go inside. Krieger knocked it away. Picked back up by Nobbs. Bronze. Houghton. Look at that ball. Finding its way. Nobbs. The cross. Blocked by Johnston. Headed away by Mewis. And England will get it back. The Williams pass. Paris, Stokes trying to take it around. Crystal Dunn. US loses it. Dunn helps with Pugh to try to get it back, but instead it's Christensen laying it in there. Blocked, kept alive by Carney. Christensen, Carney, give and go. Carney couldn't get through. For Williams. Bronze. Forward for Paris, will come down with it. England playing with a little bit of confidence here on the ball. Stokes. Christensen blocked. Carly Lloyd takes over. Pugh from Morgan, and then Morgan continues her run. Horan, wide. Lavelle. All-American out of the University of Wisconsin. Mewis, Horan. Lindsay Horan getting it out wider. Crystal Dunn, who now plays for Chelsea over in England. A couple of moves here and there. Done to the end line. The cross. It falls. Hooray! Big save. And it's cleared away. Big save by Chamberlain. Back comes England on the break. 2 against 3. Paris was slowed down well by Mewis. Carney. Nice ball ahead. Knobs into the box. Settle there. Paris. Carney couldn't get the shot off.
And what a start for both these sides. Those last 2 attacks, very equal just in terms of breaking each other down, passing it around, having confidence on the ball. And Lavelle almost getting her first goal in her first cap.
Throw it here for the USA. Terrific save from Chamberlain.
It was, and Dunn just decides to go 1v1, gets the edge. This is a beautiful ball in, but the numbers initially is what draws the defense in, allows Lavelle to be sitting wide open on that back post. Little chip over the back, and this drops nicely for her, but she's unable to put it in the back of the net. Quality strike, but she's got to do better with that.
Back to live action. USA on the attack into the middle. It's intended for Pugh. It's Morgan who was leading the attack. US getting it back. Mewis. Player still up high from that last attack. Morgan sliding it through. Mewis looking for Lloyd. That's blocked. Morgan, shot blocked. Lloyd pouncing on it. Where is it? Now it falls to Chamberlain. The last 3 or 4 minutes, though, end-to-end.
And wide open. I did not anticipate this start to this match. I'm seeing England possess it, and I'm seeing the U.S. pull apart England on the reverse side. And here's Lloyd. The ball just gets tied up underneath. But this all started with Alex Morgan's movement in combination with Sam Mewis as she broke in behind the back line.
Carney is down. Didn't see what happened to her. England's already lost Alex Scott for this tournament with a calf injury. Because the tournament had already started, it was tough probably to bring in another player just to replace her. They don't want to lose any more with another game coming up, a tough one against Germany Tuesday.
No, and Carney's one of the experienced players on this English side. And they seem to be a bit more composed than they were against France the other night. Just in terms of when to press, when to sit back, and just linking up passing. They only had 36% possession when they played France the other night, and already tonight it's much better.
While we were watching that replay, we saw Morgan, Lloyd, and Pugh all gathered together having a discussion. And when you have injuries like this, when the ball goes out of play for any extended period of time, it's always interesting to see what the conversations are like. That time, the 3 attacking players. The other night, we saw the coaches get involved with players multiple times.
Well, look, that trifecta of Lloyd, Pugh, and Morgan is so potent and so important to this group. And you think about this first half, and Lloyd really hasn't been able to get on the ball and receive it in any type of space within the flow of play in the build-up yet.
Really? 27 degrees? Feels like what? 14? Don't you and I think it feels less than 14?
I couldn't make a comment on that. I'm a Cali girl, and I know I'd get ripped for it, so.
Jenny, you have a weather update? More than we do?
Guys, it is chilly down here. 27, you're saying it feels like 12 is what I'm seeing for myself from down here. And I have an update. 250 hand warmers were ordered by the national team. So I can confirm hopefully hands and feet are staying warm for them.
There were some that were ordered as well for the press box, we can attest to, and they are working. Lavelle on the loose ball, gathering it in, pushing it back to Krieger. Lavelle. Ball deflected out, throw it for the USA. It's good to see that Karen Carney did get back up after we saw her down with a slight injury. It's going to be England's ball when play resumes with a throw-in. 24th minute, USA versus England. The US has not lost in 4 games in the SheBelieves Cup, but have not won a game by more than a single goal. 3-1-0 result. So these games in this tournament last year and this year have been very tight with all these teams.
That's because they're bringing in the best competition from around the world, and that's what you want out of this tournament, to test your team against the best teams.
4 of the top 5 teams in the world are here in this tournament, cleared by Harris. For Lloyd, Mallory Pugh. Pushing it back just to keep possession. Horan, Sauerbrunn, done. Off Lindsay Horan, back for Becky Sauerbrunn. Julie Johnson, who plays for Chicago in the NWSL, finds Krieger.
And that solving of pressure right there by the U.S. was very good. In years past, the team would usually lump it forward just to relieve that pressure, but they tried to play out of it. It wasn't perfect on the carpet, but the ideas are there, the angles are there, more importantly.
Sauerbrunn for Crystal Dunn. Horan. Pugh. Lloyd to the right. Crystal Dunn trying to get a step behind the defense. Defended by Christensen. Pugh into the box, puts it up there. It'll fall. England should be able to clear this out, and they do. Up to Paris, who will chase this ball down. The U.S. wins it. Good job by Horan. England fighting to get it back, and the foul again goes against the United States. Captain Steph Houghton got the worst of that. She was the best left back at the Olympics in 2012, playing for Great Britain.
And that's just an elbow to the face. Looks like it's Pugh there.
He's been involved in the last couple of World Cups for England. Steady performer, captain of club and country. Club team Manchester City. Nikita Paris thought she was fouled. Lavelle. Morgan. Krieger. It's Lindsay Horan. USA in that Germany game had over 56% of ball possession. England coming back on the right. It's Paris. Bronze oversteps. Lavelle to the middle for Lloyd. That's blocked. Lloyd trying to follow it up. That's Farrell Williams. Cutting. Play to the right. Paris. And it's going to be picked off. And then cleared out.
But England is finding those gaps on the outside of the 3 backs for the United States. That's where some space is to be had.
Just like last year, Mark Sampson's team in a tight one against the U.S. Zeros on the board, 27th minute. Morgan.
You like that commitment from her to get back and win the ball, but you also want her higher on the field so she can stretch the back line of England.
Debbie Stokes. Duggan. Back for Stokes, holding there. Right between the benches, ball almost out. Collected now by Johnston. She and Sauerbrunn were both central defenders at the last World Cup, and the U.S. then was in a back 4. Now, several games, it's a back 3. It seems like they're settling in on that formation with 3 in the back.
It seems to suit this team well, and for all the questions about whether they could play it against the top teams in the world, it certainly seems like they can.
Krieger. Long for Carly Lloyd. Lloyd is out wide, and is Pugh making the run. Blocked, cleared up the middle. Dangerous spot. Horan wins it. The shot is blocked. Aaron Carney back on it. 4th player to hit 100 caps for England. We'll find Knobs. Back for Stokes. Duggan. Nice moves there for Duggan. Played back by Williams to Houghton, now to Bronze. Knobs. Farrell Williams. Off target intended for Paris. Julie Johnston clears that one away. How different, Ali, is this game from the other night?
For the U.S., I would say it's very different. It's much more open from both sides. I don't think either team is squeezing the game the way they should be. They're allowing each other to play too much. They're not getting as tight as they should be to disrupt any sense of rhythm.
There's Paris. Strong run, slowed down by Ali Krieger. Ball is played across. No shot there, though, for England. Picks right back up. Drop back for Stokes on the wing. Christensen. It's blocked. Ali Krieger trying to keep it in front of her. She's got that sideline. Morgan joins on the full sprint. So does Lloyd, calling for the ball. Hugh pulls it back for Dunn.
And that is a decision that's wise beyond her years.
It wasn't on, right? So rather than force it, ball played inside. Swept away by England. Horan back on it. Horan's been very active in that holding midfielder role tonight. Up for Lloyd. Can she turn? Trying to lay it off. She had Lavelle on the left.
That's the gap. That's the seam that Carly Lloyd needs to sit in and get the ball. That almost pulled off right there, that little slip pass.
Carney. Turning it upfield for England. They're getting ready for Euro 2017. They've already qualified for that tournament. It'll be played later this calendar year. Carly Lloyd, free kick England.
And no real need to foul there from Carly Lloyd. She's got Christensen getting pinned against the sideline, 1v1 with no help in sight. Little more patience there would behoove her.
How has England looked to you tonight over 30 minutes?
I think fantastic in terms of their ability to possess. When I watched the France match back, what I saw out of them was their ability to penetrate quickly, but they didn't look to possess the ball much. Tonight is a different game plan. They're looking to possess and break down the U.S. in these pockets on the outside towards the flank.
26-year-old Demi Stokes.
But they haven't looked as dangerous in behind. They haven't threatened in behind.
Stokes, formerly from the University of South Florida, setting it forward. Harris pounced on it. Save Harris. Terrific save. Nikita Paris was robbed by Ashlyn Harris. England almost got on the board first. Lifted by Williams towards Paris. Goes against England.
Two young players on the field, whether it's Roosevelt and on this flip side, Nikita Paris, getting little half volley opportunities, and they both lace them right at both goalkeepers. But great save by Ashlyn Harris. She gets her feet set, it looks like, and makes a quick reaction save.
It's one of the positions still up for grabs, right? Goalkeeper. Jill Ellis has two, actually three on this roster, counting Jane Campbell. But right now, listen there, Ashlyn Harris alternating the first two games, and the goalkeeping pool goes about 5 deep, and someone is going to have to claim that job before the next big tournament.
And I think Jill Ellis is being patient about it and committed to giving both Harris and Nair time in the net to see what they can do as they gain experience, because that's something they didn't get when Hope Solo was in the picture. Right now it's about reps and growing in confidence.
Only the 12th international appearance for Ashlyn Harris. So listen there, has 11, including the game on Wednesday. And they've been around for a few years with this team. Lavelle, broken up by Paris. Carney. Karen Carney towards the middle. Was cut off. That was Lavelle doing some nice defensive work. Lloyd picks it up.
that was one of the things Jill Ellis said to us about Lavelle. As long as she committed to the defensive work, whether she won it or not was almost immaterial. She wants to see her commit, and as she grows at the international level, gets stronger and is able to use her body better, she'll come up with those challenges more often than not.
How has she looked to you, considering that's not her normal position?
I don't think we've seen how she can make her statement on a game yet, but I do think she looks relatively confident given it's her first cap.
This is Lavelle on the ball on the left. Drops it off. U.S. looking. Sending that one in high and wide of Chamberlain.
Just that by Lavelle is so smooth. And here we get a look at Harris's save. She comes out off of her line, cuts down that angle, and makes that quick cat-like reflex. I'm sure she'll be happy with that, and you always want to get your first save under your belt in a tight match like this.
Harris was the goalkeeper of the year last year, playing for Orlando in the NWSL. Ball carried out by England. 35th minute, scoreless between the USA and England. Our first game earlier today ended up with zeros on the board between France and Germany. This could be the first corner.
It is, in fact, and England has actually conceded 3 header goals in their last 3 matches, some on set pieces, some in the flow of play. So they haven't been as disciplined in their marking. Something to keep an eye on.
Tobin Heath took the ball the other night. She's not in the starting 11 today. It's Rose Lavelle that's going to take this first corner.
And that tells you what kind of confidence Jill Ellis has in her if she's one of the set piece takers already.
Lavelle went to the near post. No, it's cleared away. Coming all the way back. Sauerbrunn. Short ball to Pugh. Lavelle stayed forward, made herself available for that pass. Lavelle with the right, played it across, bubble by Chamberlain, and then she holds on. But Lavelle not afraid to go with the right foot in that situation.
No, I mean, she's technically proficient on both sides. I like how she holds her run, but Mal Pugh cuts inside to create that angle to slip into her, which is so nice. And Lavelle wants to hit that near post for Carly Lloyd to sneak in on. Just doesn't quite come off.
Forward. Knobs looking, sending it in. It's blocked by Johnston. She'll clear it. Knobs is looking for her second goal of this tournament. We see bronze. Getting it back from Jordan Knobs. Into the box, cleared out by Horan.
Those are the soft spots in this U.S. formation when they're caught in their attacking shift. Right outside, those outside backs and in behind the halves.
Johnston, Horan, Krieger. U.S. Crystal Dunn and Rose Lavelle have changed sides just like Dunn and Heath did the other night. Carney. Opportunity perhaps. Duggan fires. High and over Harris. Goal kick U.S.
But that's how quickly this English team can transition to attack. And Duggan is someone who's not afraid to unleash that from way out. Becky Sauerbrunn is backing up, thinking she's protecting the space in behind. And Duggan says, why not have a go?
Experienced English side, 15 players represented England at the last Women's World Cup. Farrell Williams knocking it forward, right side, Knobs, who plays for Arsenal. Too long, intended for Paris. And Harris will keep it in play. Tomorrow in FS1, Atlanta United will be their first game. One of 2 new expansion teams. They'll take on the New York Red Bulls, and we'll have coverage for you on Fox. The other expansion side, Minnesota, opened up last night, losing big find
They sure
Warren
opened up.
Yeah. 22nd year of Major League Soccer, now 22 teams. A lot of great storylines heading into a new season. Throwing for Ali Krieger. Intercepted now, Carney. Needed a better ball to get someone through. Harris clears it off the left foot. Out of play. Throwing for Lucy Bronze, 25-year-old right back. Trying to find Carney, intercepted. And England will claim the ball back with Houghton. Nice flick from Carney. Paris. Duggan calls for it. It's cut back instead. Christensen couldn't find it. Carney, nice job to recollect it, send it across, and there's Harris intercepting it.
Nikita Paris has been fantastic for England. She looks unafraid out there, taking on and really always calm on the ball to possess when Matt's on as well. This U.S. side is having a bit of trouble just building out of pressure. Right now, a lot of their success is coming from these transition moments.
Well, couldn't slip that ball through. Duggan's pass for Carney is blocked. Paris had it taken away. Horan. U.S. clipping it to the right. That's picked off Christensen. Lavelle for the USA. From Mallory Pugh. Dropping it back. Just outside the circle, it's Mewis. For Ali Krieger. Last few years, Krieger's played with Washington in the NWSL. Now she joins Orlando. Here's Lloyd. Flicks forward. Ball cleared away. Horan stays with it. Lavelle wants it on the left foot. Keeps it. Sends it across the way. Good vision. Finding Dunn. Cutting back to the right foot, playing it in, and a harmless ball toward goal.
The final product wasn't there, but that build-up by the U.S. was fantastic. Started with Mallory Pugh to Sam Mewis, switched the point of attack. All of it was so good, and here's just a quick look at England's opportunity. That's Paris on the ball. She gets her head up, tries to find Knobs, who lose it at the last minute. But for the U.S., that last attack is brilliant. All of it is patient until the final product, but Lavelle's awareness to get it around the outside. I think right now the U.S. is stalling when they try to attack in the 18 box centrally. Get around the edge.
Carney. Bronze. Trying to go against Dunn. Carney got it forward. Harris punched it out. 2 fists in the ball. Mewis for Crystal Dunn. Final minutes of this opening half, and the ball goes out. '43rd minute. Both teams have had chances to score this one.
The one thing that we have yet to see is Alex Morgan getting in behind. When you think of one of her strong suits, it's that run off the center back shoulder, getting in behind. The U.S. right now, they're trying to play out of tight spaces, but no one's getting their head up and finding her in that gap.
U.S. attacking with numbers 5, now 6 joining in. Morgan can't get by Bronze. Carney. It's late as well, that call. But a big opportunity here for the U.S. on this free kick.
Samantha Mewis just cuts across Carney, draws that foul. And now Mewis as at a distance that's prime for Carly Lloyd to have a go.
To be about 26 or so yards away from goal. Now Lloyd walks away from it, so it's, and Lavelle walked away from it as well. Looked like they were going to have a little meeting about it, but now it's going to be Mewis.
And you wonder if this is something from the training ground with those two sitting there on the edge of the wall.
Mewis ready to strike on that whistle. Kept it low, it's blocked, picked up. Lavelle, back to Mewis, inside off Wood. 9 times out of 10, she'll redirect that one toward goal. I think that was unexpected.
That looked like it was just peppered at her head. Too quick for her to react there. But on the initial go, I think they were trying to lay it into where Lloyd and Lavelle were sitting in the wall, so they moved at the last minute. And here's Mewis just trying to get that on frame, and Lloyd's in the way a bit.
Chamberlain will put this one back in the play. Her club side is Liverpool. Almost done with this first half of play from Red Bull Arena. Horan lost it there, chipped ahead by Christensen. Johnston will run it down and play it back to the feet of Harris. Ashlyn Harris will play it wide for Krieger. That should do it. First half has come to a close. No real stoppage time here. Players can now try to get to a warmer tunnel and into the locker room, then come back, regroup. We'll bring you the second half of play. Scoreless between the United States and England. Coming up at halftime, Jenny Taft and Tony DeChico. So keep it here on Fox.
What do you think?
Want some?
You forget about it because you think you have to. And now,
What do you think?
it's worse.
Until
Until you
Yeah,
recognize
pretty
the
open
signs,
game, as I
you can't
expected.
do anything about
Came
it.
out, high pressure.
Unless you know what to look for. Concussions can be hard to
Very
see.
good on the flanks. Bell has been very good.
guys, two.
Starting with the opponent.
Hi.
What happens next is critical. It will set in motion a series of decisions that will have great impact on player safety. And no matter what happens on the field, that's the most important thing. That means following the
Okay, just tell me when the Lavelle shot's coming.
suspect a concussion.
Wait, how do you want me to open?
When a player experiences a blow to the head, face, or body, immediately check for signs of confusion and unsteadiness.
Start with Christy Rampone, though.
If they're experiencing headache, dizziness, or nausea. These might be difficult to see, so take your time. See if they know the score of the game.
phase, which is really about how does this team evolve so they can stay on top for the next World Cup in 2019.
Looks like the USA will keep a status quo. Just quick bird's eye view of this. Looks like everyone remains out there. Same for England. So no changes. So for the USA, I think one of the things they'd probably like to see a little more out of Alex Morgan and Carly Lloyd in terms of getting involved in the attack. Rose Lavelle we saw a lot of in the opening half, and probably Mallory Pugh.
And Samantha Mewis as well, I think.
Yeah.
She was on the ball a lot, but it's Alex Morgan, Carly Lloyd. Of course, you want to see them on the ball, but part of it is going to be finding them in their respective areas. I think Alex Morgan, as much as she wants to try to come back for the ball, I think she needs to stay a little bit higher and sit off the shoulders of those center backs to be a threat in behind. And for Carly, she's got both the center mids on either side of her, so the team is hesitant, I believe, to play her in those spaces, and they just got to trust it and be confident with it.
USA weren't finding those two players. Let's see what Jenny Taft learned. She spoke with Jill Ellis at halftime. Jenny?
Hey guys, thank you very much. Well, Jill overall pleased with what she saw in the first offensively. She said we really need to focus on finding the weak side because it is open if we can get it there, and the movement needs to be quicker. Defensively, they've been overloading us on the outside, so we need to do a little bit better job of that. And something to keep in mind, some of the U.S. players came out very early to keep warm. Some decided to stay in, and that was their decision if they wanted to get out and get warm. I asked Jill about the cold. She said with a smile, hey, we just suck it up. There's nothing about this, but we will see some more changes coming soon, guys.
Lizzie Bronze with a throw-in from Paris. Paris was very dangerous for England in that opening half. Flicked by Duggan. Christensen trying to come in. Nice job defensively by Crystal Dunn to win it. Play it forward. Intercepted though by England. They give it right back. Ball's deflected out of play, and it belongs to England.
And I like what Jill Ellis said about finding that weak side, because the U.S. is so focused on playing out of tight spaces that sometimes a player doesn't get their head up and change the point quick enough.
The Carney pass on the wrong side of Paris, picked off. U.S. Horan. Will this game end up the same as the first? Zeros on the board, we'll see. Home second half still to come from Red Bull Arena. Lindsey Horan. Ended up going down, got it right back up though, and finds Krieger. Mewis. Samantha Mewis. Finding Lloyd. Pushed out wide by Pugh. Crystal Dawn looking, maybe a chance here for the U.S. It's played in. Edge of the box. Gathered in now by Lavelle. Puts it up off that left foot for Lloyd. It's blocked, never got to her. Settled by Pugh. The shot blocked. Almost picked up by Morgan. And then Horan fires it high over the bar.
We can't underestimate how important what Ali Krieger did to start this attack was. She was the one who was on the ball and played that initial pass into Sam Mewis first time. It allowed Mewis to switch the point attack, which got done in. And then you saw the U.S. pepper the English goal with shots. But that all started with Ali Krieger initially winning the ball, and on that interception, finding Mewis immediately.
Krieger's on the chase. Lavelle. Pushing it back. Julie Johnston. Across the way, Sauerbrunn. Horan. Left side, Lavelle. Krieger. The U.S. has been a lot more active tonight than in that last game against Germany. Playing with a lot more confidence too, I think. Dunn finding Pugh. Trying to play it across, didn't get there. Dunn battles, and And then the foul goes against the U.S.
And what Sam Ewis just did there is brilliant. It's exactly how Jill Ellis wants to test these players. She splits two defenders and plays a penetrating pass. And here you just see a battle for the ball between Dunn and Christensen. But that starts with Sam Ewis having the confidence to drive forward, penetrate on the dribble, and then play a penetrating pass and open up England.
Held up by Dunn. Back for Julie Johnston. Lavelle, but probably the best chance for the USA opening half. Big save by Chamberlain. Its goalkeeper with one brilliant save in this game tonight. Dunn. Wanted Pugh, the wrong side of her on that pass. Ewis wins it though again. Sam Ewis using that strength, pushing it forward, and then couldn't make that last pass, the connection to Lavelle. Sauber trying to step in, got burnt there by Carney. Help is coming though with Horan. Carney puts it into another gear, finding the open player Paris. 23 yards away, inside Jordan Nobbs. Coming in late as Bronze blocked. It was a nice block from Ewis. Now a foul again on the USA with Bronze down.
Just a quick counter from England, but great job of the U.S. to get so many numbers behind the ball. Hard to tell there what happened with Lavelle and Bronze. But Bronze getting into the attack for England is so important for them.
Free kick for Jordan Nobbs, 2016 England Player of the Year with Arsenal. Only played one game in the World Cup. She was injured. Two in the wall for the U.S. On that whistle, Nobbs will strike. Through by Krieger. Bronze. It's wide of the target. Let's talk about what we can watch for, Alan, here in the second half.
Well, it's just continuing, figuring out how to solve pressure for the U.S. I thought they did a decent job of it in the first half, but it is about getting those longer passes in to solve England. They over-condense and the weak side is on. And then for England, as I said earlier, they've given up 3 goals in their past 3 games, all on with headers. So it's about discipline in the box, marking up, getting touch tight.
From distance, the Williams shot blocked. Krieger picks it up. For Lavelle, picking up speed as she goes. She has Pugh with it, takes it towards the inside. Good instincts from Lavelle, now finds Pugh. And the U.S. will earn a corner kick. It's pretty well done by Rose Lavelle.
You said it, JP. Great instincts, cutting inside and opening up that channel, then kick it back out for Pugh to earn the corner kick. And Lavelle is so fast with the ball, she actually pulls away from Nobbs as she's dribbling with it down the field. And I like Pugh holding her run, not running offside, earning that corner kick for the U.S. And we just talked about it. Can England be disciplined in their man marking in the box?
Over the second USA corner. Samantha Mewis will take it. It'll go short. She'll get the touch back from Pugh. Lavelle was open, now cuts inside. Lavelle with a shot that's high. Nice recovery after the initial touch from Lavelle.
But it pops out to her less preferred foot, her right. She tries to bend it, it looks like. Just a heavy touch, doesn't give herself the best opportunity to have a go. Got to get over that one the next time.
From on Lavelle, here's Jenny.
Well, interesting, the run we just saw from Rose Lavelle, and I wanted to keep you guys posted. I had a chance to talk to the University of Wisconsin head coach, Paul Wilkins, after after her first call into camp, and that is what she told me to watch for. She said Rose is the kind of player who may actually be faster with the ball. Her speed comes out of nowhere, and that is definitely one of the strengths we're seeing from Rose tonight.
A lot of strength she brings to the table. Cute. Lewis. Dunn is open. Crystal Dunn will settle, defended by Stokes. Dunn. Pugh. Stutter step, lost it. Dunn recovers. Left-footed shot, deflected. Grabbed by Chamberlain.
The U.S. is creating many more opportunities than they did the other night against Germany. No, the final product is not there, at least yet. But you have to say that they've been better in terms of creating and pulling apart England.
Jordan Hobbs to the ball. Look at Paris. She almost got through. Terrific from Julie Johnston. Breaking up that play. Here's Lavelle. Lewis.
But how about that confidence and composure from Rose Lavelle to play out of that pressure?
Hobbs to the ball. Lavelle on the left. Down the wing. Hugh wanted to go inside, could not. Detained by Houghton, who claimed she was fouled. Moved upfield by Bronze. A fall for Crystal Dunn. Dunn with it. Looking, shooting it low, and it's wide.
This is exactly what happened to England against France. They had a strong first half, but they petered out in the second, and right now it's all USA. Here's Dunn just driving in, lining up that left foot shot. Doesn't get it on frame. But no one is even stepping close enough to cut down that angle for Dunn. She just doesn't have a good crack at it.
It's Karen Carney again. Don't know if it's the same issue as in the first half, but she's getting some assistance. While we have this opportunity, U.S. Soccer has announced that the ticket lottery for the men's national team World Cup qualifier versus Honduras in San Jose on March 6th will be open to the general public for one day only. For more information, go to tickets@ussoccer.org. You know, we didn't have a chance to comment on before. They honored Christy Rampone before the game. She played in 4 Olympics, won a couple of World Cups, second only to Christy Lully among caps. What a fantastic career. We salute her, at least up here in the booth.
Absolutely. Right? I mean, but internally within the team, within the program, she's been one of the iconic figures for the national team. Someone who has committed her whole life to developing the game, to growing the game, and to really being the best player and leader she could be for the program. So, well-deserved honor for her.
And she's still playing. She's got to play another year for Sky Blue.
That's where it's a little borderline crazy. But,
yeah.
But don't you have to be to get to this level?
Yes. It's nice that they honored her before the game tonight. Lloyd heading it forward. Bronze will pick it up. How can the U.S. get Carly Lloyd and Alex Morgan, their 2 most dangerous players, really more involved in the game? They need more touches.
Well, I'm not sure at this point if they are being the most dangerous players in the evolution of this program. I think Pugh has been outstanding. I think Lavelle has been outstanding. And right now they're taking over the game, so they have to get themselves in pockets and space to be an option.
Lavelle. If she was nervous or is nervous, you can't tell from up here.
And she settled in quite quickly, I would say, but that is what happens when you have a great footballer mind.
Bronze. Turns on right side too far for Paris.
And let's not forget that Alex Morgan is just recovering from her illness, from a knock. She's coming back from Lyon, so just even getting minutes under her belt is an achievement for her to find her way back in. And sometimes with where Lloyd is on the field, she might not be able to be found all that often, but it's when she's found around the 18-yard box, what does she do with those chances that can make a difference?
This play towards the feet of Mallory Pugh. Also, this is just the second game for the U.S. team, really since November. So getting used to playing with one another in the new system as well. New formation. Here's Lloyd from distance, and that's why. But all she needs is one good look.
That's it, exactly. That's what we're talking about. Maybe they're not going to find her in the build-up plays much, but sitting right outside of that 18, that's where she can be great.
Chamberlain will put it back into play. We're just past the hour mark. USA out shooting England. Both teams have had good chances, quality chances though, to get on the board. England nearly scored first. Paris was robbed by Ashlyn Harris. Farrah Williams. Knobs. To Williams. Blocked. Knobs. She and Paris were not on the same page. Lavelle has it blocked. Jordan Knobs takes over. Finds Coney. Paris trying to go inside of Krieger. Nice job by Ali Krieger. Help was coming though too from Julie Johnston. Kristen Press and Lynn Williams involved in this huddle with the coaching staff. Also be making a change as Bronze has it for Jill Scott. It is Jill Scott.
Jill Scott had a fantastic game the other night against France.
Connie in the ball, moving it ahead. And no foul given there. Here's Alex Morgan. Down that left flank. Stride for stride with Lucy Bronze, who took her down. Both are down now. And we're hoping for Alex Morgan up rather quickly. You just said she's feeling 100% now, but she's coming off an ankle injury and an illness as well. She's back up quick.
Just a battle between those two. Alex Morgan tries to pull that back. Great idea. Bronze just takes her out, knowing that she's beat. That's a bad foul.
England will make their first substitution. Jill Scott for Karen Carney. This might be more injury-related than anything else, because Carney's been down a couple of times.
But a veteran for a veteran.
Yep. And that's going to be it for Alex Morgan, it looks like.
We got to see enough out of Alex Morgan, but as we said, she's just finding her way back in after recovering from her illness. And really with this U.S. team and this evolution, it's going to be about finding those forwards in behind. Right now they're working on getting them to feed, getting them to be involved in the build-up play, but one of her great strengths is streaking in behind that back line. I just don't think the U.S. looked for that enough with her on the pitch.
Lynn Williams comes in. This is important here for Lynn Williams, coming off not only the goal she scored the other night, but you noted how much more confidence she was playing with after she scored that goal. So it's important she gets some playing time tonight.
And you think coming in at the 63rd minute or so, she's going to grow in that confidence because England's tired and Lynn Williams is fast, she's strong, she's powerful.
Played in, knocked away. They won't get a half an hour to work some magic, but fairly close to that. But those are two players that can change the game with their athleticism, Press and Williams.
Especially as England tired.
England will have a goal kick now. So 2 changes for the U.S. The one change was Jill Scott coming in. Morgan and Dunn out. Alex was saying how different it is playing in France. Not as physical as it is in the NWSL, a big change.
And what was so interesting about that is that she said, you know, last year I complained that the NWSL was too physical, and now I kind of miss it a little bit. But you can see Hughes moving to that outside mid spot with Dunn out.
Wide to the right, Paris made a nice run, blocked. Johnston, strong game for Julie Johnston, following the footsteps of Allie Long's strong performance the other night.
And this is a little thing, but as Johnson's carrying that ball up after she makes that great challenge, right here she's looking for an option, and Lynn Williams was coming to the sideline and really closed down her own space, so there was nowhere for Johnson to play that. Lynn Williams needs to hold her run a bit there and allow that space to remain open so Johnson can lay it into her path.
Lloyd driving towards this ball, couldn't get to it. Lewis for Mallory Pugh. Lloyd drifting on that right side, getting it back. Lewis, Horan doubled up there. Possession was lost, but Johnston kept that space tight. Was able to win it back.
A good distribution on that interception.
Lavelle. Horan. Nice pullback by Lindsay Horan. Back for Rose Lavelle, who will find Horan. 1v2 at the moment, and the 2 went out. Bronze upfield. Good run from her, slowed down and then taken away. Recovery run by Mewis. This is Mewis, off target, intended for press. Press set up the only goal of the game the other night. Scored by Williams. That ball out off of Jill Scott. Krieger. Lavelle. Now Mewis. USA back in action Tuesday against France at RFK Stadium. Krieger with a quick apology, giving that ball back to Harris. Throw in England.
And that's where the U.S. can grow, because they had a 2v2 over here with not a lot of pressure with Sam Lewis and Rose Lavelle, but they opted to go back when I think they had an opportunity to face up and change the point. And that's what ultimately resulted in Harris having to play that out over the sideline.
Lloyd trying to get through. Run came up unintentionally against Jordan Nobbs. Foul on Lloyd, free kick, England.
It looks like perhaps it's just a boot, yeah.
It's a foot.
This is the type of game you expect to see between England and the U.S. More physical. I thought coming into tonight for sure there was going to be a lot of heavy challenges, a lot of disruption of rhythm. But it's really been a nice game otherwise.
Lloyd was booked. First booking of the night. When play resumes, this free kick will be from about 24 or so yards away. England did have a couple of other subs up. We saw Ellen White up before.
She's one who had a fantastic match as well against France. Even though she didn't get on the score sheet, I thought she made some excellent runs sitting off the shoulder of France's center backs and got him behind a lot.
Saw Jodie Taylor as well. So they're looking to change the game as well.
They play extremely well together. Jodie Taylor was an old player for the Thorns.
A couple of teams. The NWSL. Here's another look at that. I saw Lloyd's arms up, but I didn't see it was actually the foot that was the culprit, but unintentional. Still a yellow card. That's about the only thing that has slowed this game down, really, because the pace of it has been very good.
Sometimes you get these quick, fast games when in this type of weather, you can run more. You want to run more.
You have to, right?
But both these teams like play high-tempo soccer anyways.
What's the coldest game you ever played? And temperatures are in the 20s here. Colder than this ever?
I don't think so.
I think so. Especially with the wind.
Right. And Lyon, I mean, there was snow on the ground when I was playing, but I don't think it was ever in the 20s.
It was in the 70s last week. Crazy weather here on the East Coast. What I wouldn't give for the 70s today, right? You too, I'm sure. All right, so here's this free kick about 24 yards away. It's going to be the one to take it. 4 in the wall for the U.S. and now joined by a 5th. And 6th, actually. A little gap in between 2 players. On that whistle, Houghton's ready. Drives it through, it'll bounce away. Knocked away by Harris. Oh, it almost snuck through. Brahms gave it away. Eunice went up the wing. I think she thought somebody was making that run. Off Lavelle. Picked back up by England. Duggan. Scott. Cut back. Paris. Good job defending by Johnston again. Lavelle on the breakout. Rose Lavelle still going with it. Tucks it inside for Lloyd. Lynn Williams. Krieger. U.S. now working it around.
And Lloyd could have switched the point of attack much earlier there, but instead she plays on this near side, and that allows all of England's numbers to get back behind the ball and get organized again in that transition.
Then Krieger. Lavelle for Williams, blocked. Lavelle kept it rolling. Knocked away. Off Scott. U.S. still very active. Finding Mallory Pugh. To the outside. Pugh has it knocked away by Stokes. Pugh with a recovery. Horan puts one up. Williams went up, so did Lloyd. Lavelle kept it in. A lot of players quit on that, thinking he was out. And Lavelle didn't have any options there. There was no one in red near the ball.
Every player quit on that except for Lavelle.
Lavelle still working with it. It's a good performance for her. Debut game, starter, different position. Checking all the boxes, it seems like.
And growing in confidence as this game is worn on, which is another thing you want to see as a coach. But I think Samantha Mewis has had a fantastic game. She's pinging that ball around, driving it out to her teammates, which gives them all the more time on the ball to make decisions.
USA getting ready to make 3 changes. Triple change. Long is up. Heath is up. Morgan Bryant. All 3 started the other night against Germany.
You'd have to think Long might be going into the midfield. I think she's got a smile on her face if that's the case.
Julie Johnston with it. 74th minute, scoreless. USA versus England. Second game for these 2 teams in the SheBelieves Cup tournament. Press to the right. Here's Mallory Pugh. Now at UCLA. A couple of moves from Pugh, kept it low. Williams trying to get to that ball. Cleared away. Lavelle, U.S. England also have 2 players ready to come in, White and Taylor. Krieger going inside, that's blocked. USA bench. Right back to Paris. There's Scott. Battle for the ball, Lindsey Horan, but it's out. Assistant referee has the flag up.
And you'd have to think that Jill Ellis is extremely pleased with that last spell of possession by the U.S. 3 penetrating passes in a row from that right side of the U.S. and behind. So good, just lacking that final pass from Mallory Pugh. But a lot of positive things for the U.S. to build on and breaking the lines of the English defense.
So Duggan is coming out for Ellen White. That'll be one of the changes for England. Jodie Taylor's going to be checking in as well. For Izzy Christensen, that's whose number came up. Now some confusion. Let's see. Lawrence coming out. Well, first it's Christensen, but she's just coming to the bench for some words. Conway comes out, gets a nice ovation. Lewis out as well. They're still making changes, and Horan.
Smart decisions in terms of keeping possession and keeping the rhythm, and that's one of their main responsibilities in that defensive midfield spot.
If you're looking for improvement and consistency, the U.S. did well in both of those categories from first game to second.
I think you're exactly right, and I think she proved that she has some special qualities that maybe some of the other players don't have, and that's her ability just to ping that ball. Her range of passing and to get it there at pace is phenomenal. Just a look at Ashlyn Harris trying to keep that ball out of the back of the net. It bounces up on her. She does well to just get it out of trouble on the rebound.
So the USA made 3 changes the other night. They've made 5 here. You can make up to 6. England had made 3 changes. We're in the 78th minute. Williams sent wide by Long. Tobin Heath sending it up. That was deflected. Bryant pass was picked off. So Riley Long, who we've seen lately as the center back in the back 3, is now more in a midfield spot where she was playing really last year.
Versatility seems to be a key for these players that want to make their roster, and Jill Ellis is trying to look at different combinations. You know, what does Allie Long look like there with Julie Johnson in the center back position? Is our team better with those two both on the field? So a lot of questions being asked and looking for answers right now.
Bryan, Krieger, Heath. Those tight spaces, and now the ball was turned over. White. Still onside, that's blocked. Picked up by Sauerborn, who wears the captain's armband after Lloyd's exit. She's also a co-captain of the team. Up for Williams. Taking off down that right side. Speed helps there. Be a throw in here for the U.S.
Demi Stokes actually does very well to stay with Lynn Williams there, because coming into tonight's match, I thought Demi Stokes might be one of the ones to attack on the back line, but she handles her speed for speed in that one.
Throwing for Becky Sauerborn. Five changes Jill Ellis made. She still has kept that back 3 together. No changes there. There's Pugh. Moving it right. Sauerbrunn Kristen press. Krieger, 80th minute, still scoreless, just like the first game was with Germany and France. Heath, nice cut back. Tobin Heath, another one. Kept it low. Morgan Bryant on the dribble, lays it off. Lavell's cross. Pugh after it. Sauerbrunn still looking for a good crack at goal after all of that good possession. Mallory, Pugh, and line. Got it back off a deflection. Sauerbrunn. Still keeping possession. Morgan Bryant. Here's the stuff Jill Ellis loves to see. Or any coach for that matter. Just as I say, that ball is turned over. Here's Scott. Taylor, that's cut off. Alley long. Heath with the ball.
And you're right, it is what Jill Ellis wants to see, this possession, this playing out of pressure, but sometimes you've got to do it with a bit more purpose. And no shot came of that attack right there, and they end up back in their own half.
Intercepted by Nobbs. Ellen White. Jill Scott taken away by Rose Lavelle. Tobin Heath down the wing, looking for the speedy Williams. She was well covered that time. Scott to Nobbs. White tackled away. Ball is loose. Jill Scott, tallest player in the field at 5'11", tackled away. Julie Johnston again, another 1v1 battle which she has won. And continues. Up to Williams, knocked out.
So good by Julie Johnston there. Just the 1v1 battle that she knew she was going to own. You can see here a nice tackle. Jill Scott slows up, but then Julie Johnston sees that ball's for the taking and just physically dominates there. These are opportunities for some of these players, and I think Julie Johnston has had a nice night. I don't think that she's necessarily pulled apart England with her penetrating passes the way Allie Long is, but she's been very, very good defensively.
One of the subs for Jill Ellis tonight, Tobin Heath. For more on Tobin, here is Jenny.
And Jill Ellis has really spoken so highly of Tobin Heath and the way she has grown over the last year and a half. She said her quality shine even greater now. She is one of our best 1v1 players. She's one of the best corners in the world, and we trust her. And you know why? Because she has figured out how to stay loyal to the effectiveness of her style, and she loves the confidence she's seen from you guys.
Coming off a great year too, Jenny. U.S. Soccer's Female Player of the Year, Tobin Heath.
Such a fun player to watch, and a fun player to play with as well.
Her game has grown, especially the last few years. Lavelle. England will take over.
Lavelle has slid into that attacking mid spot, that 10 role that she prefers.
Long with it. This is the stage where England collapsed the other night, conceding the 2 late goals, one really in the last play of the game.
And that focus, that discipline is something that a program can develop as they play these top teams in the world and know that they can compete. I don't think that's a quality that this English side has had before, and they're going to grow into it.
Allie Long for Krieger, and a ball went out. Throw in here for England.
Jill Ellis talked about switching the point of attack at halftime. How often has the ball been on the right side for the U.S.? Not much this half, I would say.
It's time to throwing belongs to the U.S. This result stands. We'll have the same number of points as France with 4. Setting up a big match on Tuesday at RFK Stadium. But there's still time left for a goal from either side. Mallory Pugh press making a run, and she was alone. Not detected though by the U.S. Sauerbrunn. Try to get it back. Alley Long. Lovell to the right for Mal Pugh. Into the box she comes. Try to play it across, blocked. Could she get it back? She went down. Did not get the call. And the ball goes out.
Well, the one thing Mallory Pugh does not lack is confidence. She decides to go at 2 English players there. Maybe not the best decision as she cuts back to her left. Here they are. She goes right into pressure and cover. And I think she just can't get over Christensen on the ground there. Tries to hop over her. I don't think that's a foul. Good no call. But if Mallory Pugh cuts that back, I think a lot of things open up. Instead, she goes to end line where cover is and really cuts down her own angle and opportunity there.
US with the ball, right side. Pugh looking for a press. Running strong after this. Deflected out, waiting for the signal. And now it's going to be England's ball on the throw-in. And while England has not won a game in the SheBelieves Cup going back to last year, I would have to think they'd be pleased with this result if it stands at this.
But I think this is a team that wants to beat the top teams in the world, and that's a hurdle that they're struggling to get over.
Pugh, across the way, headed by Williams. Heath. Holding. Finds Morgan Bryant. Alley Long. That's picked off. Let's go out for a USA throw-in. Lovell. Too fancy there. Bronze and now Nobbs will try to lead England back down that right side. Jodie Taylor. A great career at Oregon State. Looking for Jill Scott. Moving it inside. White looking. Shooting. Blocked. And England has their first corner.
Jill Scott in the game, they're much more dangerous on set pieces, and here's a look at it. They'll take their time. Jordan Nobbs is in no rush. So perhaps you're right, JP.
They'll take the draw. Much happier with the win, which would be a big upset for them. Never beaten the U.S. on U.S. soil again. 5 tries. Nobbs floats one up to the line again there. Creamer headed it away. Press lost it there. That was Nobbs playing it. And England gets their 2nd straight corner.
And you can see a little bit of frustration from Nobbs because it looked as though she was trying to float that to the near post, but no runner was there.
Corners are even now. Very few, really, in this game. Nobbs delivering it. Headed. Bronze fires up the crossbar. It's loose. Still loose. And England have scored. Ellen White has given England the lead and quite possibly the win. There's still time left. A stunning goal in the end, and unlike the other night when England conceded, this time they get it.
And if you don't think this means something to England, look at that bench. But how about that strike by Lucy Bronze? She did that in the World Cup against Norway, and there's Ellen White who picks up the loose ball as the U.S. is on the ground. But this is just an absolute cracker. It comes off the crossbar. Mariners could do nothing about it. Trying to get set again, and then White picks up the pieces.
Looks like two USA players running into each other in the end.
And I talked about box discipline, getting touch tight, finding the player nearest you. It's the U.S. who are susceptible on this one. And England, if you don't think this game matters to them, they are in an absolute uproar over that goal by Ellen White.
Upset in the making. How much stoppage time is left? Tobin Heath, that's a hip check from Farrell Williams, the two number 17s.
And as soon as that goal happened, I look at the U.S. and the one player who was saying, get the ball, let's go, was Allie Long, trying to rally the troops.
England want to make another change with Millie Bright. She didn't have much playing time. We didn't see any signal on stoppage time yet. Here's Sauerbrunn sending it up. It's going to go out of play. Throw in here. England want to make a change. Is she going to allow it? We'll see. It's Bright, and they are going to allow it for Christensen.
Just smart gamesmanship. Any player on any team with a lead this late in the match will do exactly what Christensen is doing, and walking slowly off the pitch. And a back goes in, and Millie Bright shore up that defensive line, perhaps a 5-back.
Total was 3 minutes of stoppage time that was put on. Never saw a signal. Sauerbrunn plays it forward. So still a little bit of time left for the U.S. to get an equalizer. Johnston headed it forward. Jodie Taylor picks it up. England trying to close out this game as Ellen White takes it wide left. Her goal is the difference in this game. It's USA's ball. They've got a long way to go. About a minute change. To try to level the score. Williams blocked. Played long, intended for Allie Long. She'll get to this. Long, pushed down. Foul was called. Free kick, U.S. with time running out.
Just a little bit of a push there. Not sure if a dive or a push by Allie Long. The U.S. gets the benefit of the doubt and earns themselves a set piece.
England want to make another change. Jade Moore for Jordan Knowles.
You gotta love the crowd booing the substitution.
Yeah. It does break up the rhythm, yes, but the referee is supposed to allow more time for those subs.
They never add enough.
That's why I say they're supposed to. Here's the free kick. U.S. needing one. It was blocked. Taylor got to it. Lavelle fights to win it back. Sauerbrunn out wide. Johnston. She was still up from that last free kick. Can't be much left. Allie Long picking it up. Went down. Cleared by England. Sauerbrunn will have a throw in. Got it in quickly. Pugh. Tenevita Morgan Bryant. Blocked. And England will just punt it as far as they can into USA territory. Krieger with it. So more time was added, but how much? England's ball. Mark Sampson saying, how much time? How much time?
Well, he's talked about game management, seeing things through. This could be a growing, huge opportunity for England if they can get the result.
That's going to do it. England have pulled off the upset and have beaten the USA for the first time on U.S. soil. This is big for their program.
This is huge for their program because they wanted to knock off the top teams in the world and do it consistently. As they're preparing for the Euros, this is going to build them in confidence and know that they can hang with the absolute best. They not only knocked off one of the top teams, they knocked off the top team in the world right now.
Unofficially, that goal came in the 90th minute from Ellen White off of a rare corner kick in this game. Lucy Braun's a terrific shot, went off the crossbar, and England were quicker to react than the U.S. was, and Ellen White gets the goal.
And the U.S., while they're going to be disappointed with the defeat, ultimately they're going to grow from some moments in this match.
Good game, though, from Red Bull Arena. Amidst the freezing conditions, England pulls one away, and they get the win. 1-0 over the USA. Come back with us, Jenny and Tony, after the break.
England stayed in the game. U.S. had a lot of opportunities, half opportunities. And as they did against Germany, they didn't finish well. And give England credit, late in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear me? Zach, can you hear me? Okay.
Doing the whole thing?
This is U.S. Soccer.com for exclusive in-depth coverage on the SheBelieves Cup, including exclusive video content, schedules, and tickets. That's USSoccer.com. The U.S. Women's National Team returns to action after the SheBelieves Cup on April 6th and 9th in Frisco, Houston, Texas, against the national team of Russia. For more details, visit USSoccer.com. The SheBelieves Cup continues at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. The two featured matches will be Germany versus England and USA versus France. For more details, visit USSoccer.com. The U.S. men's